This is my first video. I am a grandmother who is suffering from being treated poorly by CPS and the court system over my granddaughter. My granddaughter was placed in the system in March of 2024. She was with me for 14 months. They gave me a 2-hour notice and came and ripped her away, and we have not seen her since May 1st. CPS workers have lied, have been manipulative, you name it, they've done it. I want to support other grandparents that have gone through the same thing as I have, and I want us to all band together and advocate for these children that were taken away when they spent most of their lives in one home. If CPS hadn't have intervened, I don't know what would have happened to her, but I was told at the beginning of the case, after 9 months, we would discuss permanency. They never discussed permanency. They just kept refreshing reunification. I understand that to a certain extent. I don't agree with it. Once you lose your children, if you can't get them back in 6 months, you don't deserve them back. My honest opinion. Take it or leave it. I feel like the system here in Hardin County, Kentucky is the most corrupt that you'll ever find. Most attorneys here are afraid to fight CPS, so I am reaching out and I am filing a lawsuit against the CPS system here in Hardin County and across the state. I have also contacted the Office of the Governor, the Office of the Attorney General, and the Inspector General, and I will not stop there. I will not stop until I go all the way to Washington, if that's what it takes. Because none of these children deserve to be ripped out of their homes, taken away from everything they've known and loved for the majority of their life, just to be thrown right back in an abusive situation. Once the mother has the new baby, she's going to start drugs again. We know that. CPS knows that. The judge knows that. But do they care? No. They want to push the papers through the system and get it out of their way. We were appointed a new worker, and within 2 months, everything changed. That is when she was ripped away from us, like I said, with a 2-hour notice, and would not work with that. They had the mother's stepmother come and pick up the child. There was no social worker, and there was no court order. But they bullied us and made us fear that if we did not give her to them, we would be held in contempt of court and we would be put in jail. Had I known what I know now, I wouldn't have let her go on. Not then, not ever. I was a temporary custodian. She was on a trial home visit. I still could have went and seen her. I could have went and gotten her. No one told me. Our last court appearance, which was 2 days ago, the mother was granted temporary custody even after testifying. I testified with picture evidence. It was thrown out. I testified with conversations. They were thrown out. It was like the judge didn't want to hear my side. I was told in the hallway after court by the social worker that I am no longer part of the case and I can no longer communicate with them about the child. I have since filed a de facto custody case. The mother and father have both already been served. The father is incarcerated, and the father wants the child to be here with us because this is what she's known, this is what she's loved. I have seen pictures since she's been placed back with her as of May 1st. She doesn't have the sparkle in her eye anymore. She doesn't have the rosy cheeks anymore. She's not the same child. She's not happy. She had never laughed until she came here. She was 14 months old. She had never laughed. Never. You tell me why CPS had to come and rip her back out. Because now she's back in the same situation. The mother refuses to allow contact on the father's side of the family, which includes me. And we took care of her. We did not get paid to take care of her. Her grandparents, they don't pay us. We're not foster parents. Yeah, they said the mother was ready. The stepmom tried to get me to give her her bed that we had here because mom didn't have a bed. And I told them no. I told them that it's going to be here for when she comes home because she will come home. I will see to it that she comes home. I will fight until my last dying breath to make sure that child comes home. And I just want her to know that I did not abandon her and that I love her with all of my heart and soul. I took care of her like she was my own, and I will continue to do so. I guess I'm just asking everyone that has been in a similar situation, let me know. I do want to continue to make this a series. I want to talk about everything from the very beginning up until when she got taken away and beyond. It will be a multi-part series. Just let me know if you or someone you know has been in a similar situation. Thank you for watching, and continue to follow for more.